When you think of Indian cuisines, you may immediately think of vibrant spices, aromatic herbs, and even rich gravies. But did you know that Indians are also developing a growing appetite for a wide variety of sauces? It's no longer just a sidekick to fries and burgers. To talk more about India's sauce market, I'm joined by Viraj Bhal, who is the founder and MD of Veeba. Thank you so much, sir, for taking the time.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure being here.
So, I would, very interestingly, you have been in the business for over a decade now. Can you tell us more about the growing appetite for sauce market, the popularity? And this is not just limited to the traditional ketchup now.
So I think when we started Veeba, India was a ketchup market and a little bit of mayonnaise, red chili sauce, green chili sauce and soya sauce. What the gap I thought which existed at that time was that, Indians, we love our gravies, we love our, dals and so on. So I thought, why should taste be only limited to spices? It should be limited to, it should be wet gravies and sauces, etc. And we decided to bring in a wide range of sauces to this country. And though we are bringing global tastes into India, all our sauces are made for the Indian palate. We're a proud Indian company making in India, making for India. And honestly, like our, let's say our Southwest Chipotle, though we will import the Chipotle pepper from Mexico, but the taste has been designed according to the Indian palate.
Right. So, after the pandemic, what we had seen is there was a dramatic increase in demand for mayonnaise. But beyond mayonnaise, today we see salsa, pesto, all these sauces are taking, they're becoming favorites among the Gen Z population. So what is your take on this? How do you see the sauce market? And also some flavors apart from mayonnaise and ketchup, if you could throw some light on that.
So, in my humble opinion, Sesha, the sauce is the unsung hero of the food industry. Can you imagine? Think of a burger. People talk about the tikki of the burger, people talk about the bun is crumbling, the bun is not good, but people don't talk about the sauce. Now imagine there's a burger, there's a bun, there's a paneer patty, and then you put tandoori mayonnaise, it becomes an Indian burger. So second burger, same bun, same paneer patty, but you put a salsa or a Southwest Chipotle, it becomes a Mexican burger. So maximum taste, least value. It is just not spoken about, it's an unsung hero, but it gives maximum taste to the burger and least cost to the burger.
Right.
So, sorry, just imagine like a mother comes home, she's got two kids, one wants to eat a, let's say a Mexican burger and one wants to eat a Asian burger or a pizza. Basically what she needs to do is have a good sauce at home, and that's what it's going to, do the trick for her.
Absolutely. But, when I talk about burgers and fries, it's mostly an out-of-home consumption. So definitely it's the QSR chains that are doing a lot. I mean, they have got a say when it comes to sauces. Definitely it's picking up at home as well. But the chunk of the sales come from QSR. Like, how is it working from you? You have developed a fantastic retail distribution as well. So,
I'll tell you something very surprising. Yes, we supply sauces to most of the QSR chains like Domino's, Burger King, Pizza Hut, and so on. But out of our total revenue, company's revenue, and we are one of India's largest sauce companies, out of our total revenue, our B2B revenue, which is us directly to the QSRs, is about 6-7%. 94% comes from our retail and distribution business. So that is actually surprising, right? Our distribution business is where the might of the organization lies. We are present in roughly more than 750 towns, more than a few 100,000 points of sale. Which means for us in that distribution network, forget the big chains like Domino's and Burger King, which will come under our B2B division, but a woman sitting in, every company looks sexy in Delhi, Bombay, Bangalore, Pune, but Veeba's strength lies in that we look equally good in Kodaikanal, Vellore, Madurai, Jalandhar, Ludhiana, Hoshiarpur. We're strong everywhere. And imagine, we feel that a lady who's giving her kids, anything. Like, by the way, our mayonnaise and our Southwest Chipotle, more than a burger, the maximum use that we hear from our consumers is roti pe or parathe pe lagana. So it is not only, so if a mother wants to give her child something healthy, basically a prontilo, you put some, salsa as you said, or a honey mustard or a mayonnaise, and then the kid suddenly likes it, so it's, you give her healthy also, and some taste comes from the sauce.
Right, right. But coming to the economics of sauce, so can you tell us, like in terms of revenue or in terms of profits, how much can you actually do from a sauce business?
I hope a lot. See, the thing is, we are approximately a 4-digit sauce company now in revenue. When I started the company, I did not expect the company to become this size in a decade. We were really, so basically if you look at the market, ketchup is roughly a 2,500 crore market, and it is also India's largest condiment, tomato ketchup. Right. Now all other sauces put together is a similar size. So think of it as ketchup is 2,500 and all other sauces, so mayonnaise, dressings, the salsas that you mentioned, and the red chili sauce, that is another 2,500. So totally it's 5,000 crores is the market size. So the room for and growing rapidly, it's growing at more than 20% year on year. Yeah. So because it's growing rapidly, and you mentioned the out-of-home consumption and QSRs. The beauty of the QSRs is that they are educating the market amazingly well. But because of companies like us who make sauces, and then there are some companies which are making buns, breads, so sabke ghar mein hoti hai. What mothers are now doing, instead of giving, taking the kid out to the QSR again and again, a healthy variant of that is being made at home now. And over there, the sauce plays a large role. So, to answer your question, the growth room or the appetite for growth is still large because, the market is 5,000 crores and growing. Right. So, we think of us as a large sauce company which was not present in India's largest sauce segment called tomato ketchup in retail. So we've entered ketchup only 6-7 months back, and we've got such an enormous positive response. One of India's largest sauce companies not present in India's second largest sauce segment, which is chili sauces, chili sauce, red chili sauce, green chili, the Chinese sauces. We entered that 2 months back. So our growth is now going to come from ketchup and the Chinese sauces. And if I may say so, it is shameful that it took a Veeba 75 years after independence to give India its first preservative-free tomato ketchup. Why isn't an Indian company doing preservative? When preservative-free ketchup is available to the kids of US and Europe, why not Indian kids? Similarly, sugar-free tomato ketchup. No other company is doing sugar-free tomato ketchup. So Veeba has brought that innovation to the ketchup market as well.
All right, but the ketchup market, if we look at, it's also very competitive. Yes. Like the Maggi and the likes of HUL, Unilever, they are the market leaders. So do you think that there's any way you can beat the competition?
See, Maggi and Unilever, like Maggi ketchup and Unilever's brand is Kisan. I'll be stupid to say that I can beat them. We can be a worthy competitor to them. These are brands I respect. I have grown up on those brands. These are brands I respect. So at best, I'm hoping to be a good challenger to them. And even if I become a great number 3 player in ketchup, that's good volume for us. But do I ever sit and dream that one day we can be bigger than Kisan or Maggi ketchup? Yes, of course. But does that drive me to work every day? No. They're giants, and giants deserve the respect that they have earned over decades of work. We're just a small, young, 10-year-old company, and we are at best a challenger in the ketchup segment. Yeah, I'm being very honest. There's no point trying to sound very macho that yes, we'll beat them. That's not the truth.
Fair enough. But at the same time, only sauces, will it be your future, or will you actually look at other categories when you look at, like, you are a 1,000 crore business now. Right. So when I look at the next phase of growth, would you be interested, or are you actually looking at other categories beyond sauces and dressings and, enter into other categories in the food segment?
Absolutely. I think the distribution that we have created is not justified only on sauces. So, if you look at Veeba, we've got three. I mean, not Veeba, honestly, the parent company is called VRB. So if you look at VRB, we've got three strengths. One is our product innovation, as you can see, 80 odd products on the retail shelves. Number two is our distribution, and number three is our team. I think we've got a phenomenal team working at this organization. So VRB of 2028 would be, I would like to say, 4 to 5 brands in 7 to 8 categories. So let's say today we are in 2 categories, which is all other sauces than tomato ketchup and tomato ketchup. We have recently with our brand NDTV entered the cocktail mixes thing. Okay. And Earth's Made is our wellness brand where we have launched coconut water and stuff like that. Okay. So we have started toying with the new verticals also. Okay. But they have not yet reached scale. We are very happy with the growth of Veeba, and the other brands we are willing to spend time. I think you will see us getting aggressive on one new brand this year and one new brand next year. Till right now we are only in test. I can't talk about it right now. We're about to launch in a couple of months. So you'll see us right now we're only testing with the new brands, but you'll see us getting aggressive with brand 2 this year. I would say in maybe next month or maybe next month.
So this year, in another 1 or 2 months. Yeah. So these 2 brands, just to understand a little more, will that be in the mass category?
Yes. See, the thing is,
or is it like a niche category that you have already?
We cannot do niche. If we are available, let's say if I launch something which is, how do I put it, without taking a product's name, something which I launch and it doesn't go into 50% of our distribution network. That means that if it doesn't go to even 100,000 or 120,000 shops, the team will not accept the product because it will be too much effort. So we cannot do niche products anymore. We can do niche products, but which are priced at mass so that we see there is a potential to take them nationally. So if let's say I wanted to launch a chilled hummus or a chilled pesto. Now a hummus, anybody who consumes hummus or pesto also knows you can make it in a mixie in 5 minutes. It's very easy to make, right? You just take a mixie, put some basil. Anyways, now it can at best only go into 10,000 shops in the country. It is not really enough business potential for VRB to get into a 10,000 store product anymore.
Okay, but as you build a house of brands, right? So why did you actually choose to have different brands instead of actually leveraging Veeba? Because that's already well-known now. Like you took 10 years to build that brand. So
actually 6 years, because for the first 4 years we were only a B2B company. We entered retail 4 years after our B2B. Okay. So that's why God has been really kind that this has happened in 6 years, not 10. Okay. I have this funny thing about house of brands. I don't think house of brands as a concept works. Okay. If we call ourselves the house of brands, Unilever becomes a housing society of brands. They have hundreds and hundreds of brands, and if distribution ensured success, then no company other than Unilever, Nestle, Procter & Gamble would have ever been successful because they already had the distribution and they have hundreds of brands. Then there will never be a Veeba or a Mamaearth or or any other company for that matter. So house of brands is a flawed philosophy. The philosophy is, why am I launching a second brand? Because let's say we want to enter I'm just giving a random example. We want to enter the biscuit space. Okay. Veeba cannot take a biscuit.
But you just fill the bin?
No, I did not. Okay. We are not launching biscuits. I'm intelligent like that. So we are not launching biscuits. Okay. But certain things Veeba can take, certain things Veeba cannot take. So we don't also want to break the back of a beautiful brand by loading it with things that the customer does not relate with. So there might be a association for some time from the house of Veeba to get the customer or give the consumer some confidence that this is a reputed brand. After that should fade away.
Okay, but after Veeba, which brand do you think is potential to hit the next maybe
100 crores to begin with?
Yeah.
I think our brand Tasty Pixel will be the first to hit 100 crores. I think as early as sometime during this financial year. That'll be the first. That'll be the first brand other than Veeba to hit 100 crores. After that, it will be. I feel the brand that I'm talking about we are launching next month. I think that will be. It's a mass market segment.
Yeah. Okay.
So our idea behind mass market segments is take a mass market segment, but don't be a Me Too product. Give something plus in that. So something which is aspirational. So if the customer is buying something for 10 rupees in that segment, let us launch something at 14, 15, but the perceived value should be of 20, 25. So we're giving something extra, some new taste, new flavor, and higher value with the wellness attached. Maybe the same thing without palm fat. Palm fat is bad for you, so let's do the same thing without palm fat or without, too high salt.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Okay. So coming back to Veeba, I would like to know what is your next target for Veeba in terms of your revenues?
So
Maybe in the next 3 to 4 years, if that is the immediate target.
you will, because you're from NDTV Profit, and I'm going to give you a non-financial answer, so you'll be angry with me. But my target, and everybody in the team knows this, my target for Veeba is to be the fastest growing food company and the most loved food company. So if we are always fastest growing, we will become large also. Right, but I don't tell my team, "Okay, let's this year the target is 1800 crores or 1400 crores." My thing to the team is always, let's just be agile, keep growing. Let's talk only in growth rates. Let's do 26%, 35%. Last year was bad for FMCG in general. Yes. So obviously we were not expecting.
That was actually the
next question. I knew, see, everybody's. So last year was bad. Yes. So I'm not unintelligent that in a bad year I'll say let's grow 30%. Then we'll say, okay, if the industry is growing at X, let's do, if we can do X plus 5, X plus 10 in a bad year. And in a good year, we should do 2X of the industry.
All right. So what is that, range? That is 20-25% annual growth is what you're looking at?
Yeah, a 5-year CAGR, including a bad year like last, should be in excess of 25%. So that means a bad year if we grow less than 20%, but in a good year we're doing 35%. But any 5-year period of VRB that you look at, we should be doing more than a 25% CAGR.
Got it.
That is the underlying principle.
Absolutely. And in terms of fundraising, if you can tell us, the last time you raised fund was 2018. So what is your next fundraising plans? Are you planning to do that immediately?
No, we have no. Last fundraise was 2018. We have 3 wonderful investors on our cap table. Sama from California, DSG from Singapore, and World Invest from Brussels. We've got 3 wonderful investors, but I don't see us doing another fundraise. Last fundraise was 2018, as you rightly said. I can't even put a number I don't think we'll be doing another fundraise. I think unless a very, very lucrative M&A possibility comes, I don't see us doing a fundraise.
Okay, but also, I understand that Veeba is growing at a, excellent...
decent space, yeah.
Okay, decent, to put that in your words. But could you tell me, has it been a profitable brand yet? Or
Yes, we are profitable.
Okay. And
the company is profitable, the brand is profitable. Yes, because from Veeba...
Is it at the operational level or...
Of course. See, Madelina profitability is at operational, like at net level. Otherwise, what's profitability? Right. But, so our profit margins, because only one brand is earning right now, which is Veeba, and it is investing in the other brands. So at a company level, the margins, the net profitability comes down. But if you look at Veeba only as one brand, then it's very profitable, and the company itself is also profitable. Maybe not as much as the one single brand, because that brand is investing in multiple brands. But yes, the company is profitable, and that is why I'm saying we won't do a fundraise.